Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Ashley. In case you don't know me, I make daily plant content here on YouTube. And in case you don't know Zimph, they are the sponsor of today's videos. Zimph makes all of my glasses, so every pair you ever see of me from the last year are all Zimph glasses. These are the Rhea in tortoiseshell. I just got them made again in my new prescription. Love them so much. If you want to check out Zimph, you can use code Ashley at checkout to get 50% off frames and 20% off lenses. And you can check out every single link to all the glasses I've ever worn at the link in the description. Well, links in the description. Thank you so much, Zimph, for sponsoring this video and for refilling my favorite pair of glasses in my new prescription. It's like 11:20 at night and I don't normally make nighttime videos anymore because I just don't like to. Nighttime to be for me to do relaxation things and Ashley things that are for my YouTube job. I really want to propagate some stuff and I just don't want to wait until tomorrow to propagate. So I thought we could do it together. I got this big Halloween bowl we're gonna make moss in, and then we're just gonna take a bunch of propagations because I want to. I loved having all those different plants to grow before I had to like sell everything for the move, right? I loved having, I had like 80 different separate propagations and it was so fun, and I was always like checking in on them and like seeing how they were rooting and stuff. I just got chills. I just really want to propagate. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put water in this and then I'm gonna put moss in this. And then we're just gonna go ahead and get to work. Also, we are so close to 30,000 subscribers. That's so crazy. Woo! Like, what are you all doing here? What the heck? You guys, I'm in a dangerous mood. I'm in a mood to cut some things that probably we shouldn't just cut, but like, why not, right? All right, I got my cups, my moss, more cups, snippies. You know, it would be really nice if I had like a potting table in here. I think I would like to make one for myself. Okay, listen, there's a lot of things I'd like to propagate, but I'm really nervous and scared. So we're just gonna do our best and we're not gonna be mad at ourselves if something doesn't last. But I don't know where I'm gonna put, you guys. I need like a table for in here. I need somewhere to like put all the props I'm gonna make. I found a table. That was a mission. Okay. Okay. It doesn't match anything in here, but now I have a surface at least. Okay, let's get to actual stuff, am I right? So, here's the grow tent. There's a bunch of things in it. So, I thought it could be fun to propagate my Oblique Bolivia because, well, this is like the #1 thing I've actually been wanting to propagate. Why does this look like thrift damage? I swear to God. Well, I don't see any on here. I need a trash can. Oh my God. Are you okay? I'm too scared to look. Okay, everything happens for a reason. You are okay. Are you working? I can't tell with my... Okay, looks like you are working. Okay. Crazy thing. I moved my Ilsamanii from the top shelf earlier because it just felt right. If I hadn't moved it, it would have been crushed. So also everything looks okay because where it like fell when it hit was like where the Ilsamanii was and it was empty. This got... Did anything break? Did nothing break? Okay, so nothing broke. This got yeeted. My white princess. And then this oblique from Gully Greenhouse, which I don't really think is an oblique. But literally the spot where it would have hit was where my Ilsamanii was earlier today, and I moved it. Which is why earlier I was like, everything happens for a reason. Everything's okay. Well, okay. It does look like we do have a casualty. So, this is my Majestic. Looks like we got bent. I can totally splint that though. And then the top of this, so this had a sheath it was still in. That totally got stripped off. And it looks like he has a small bruise right here, but I don't even think you'll be able to see it. That's gonna develop over time though and get worse. Okay, but if this was oh, okay, well, there is that. Okay, so we did definitely bruise this leaf. If you can see that. A little bit of bruising and then this big ol' tear right there. Okay, so Majestic. Wow. Okay, well, that happened. Maybe it's a sign we need to pot it up in something new. I don't know. Alright, that was so many things happening at once. I got my close-up glasses on, so let's look at the oblique like we were originally going to. Okay, well, while there was definitely thrips on this at some point, I do not think that they are still here. So let's go ahead and propagate it. So what we're gonna do for that is I'll show you right here. Got them? So we got our whole little setup right here. I'm gonna take a cup I think is a good size. Like one of these. I'm going to go ahead and just cut. I know you guys are always asking me like, what do I think is best to propagate in? I am all for moss. That's my favorite thing right now. Okay, so then what we are going to do is we're going to take some moss, put it into a cup, put some moss about halfway in, and then we'll put some more moss around the top. I'm gonna fertilize these at the end because I want to put different things in each one. I use Liquider and then I also use Bonide Root and Grow, which is a potassium heavy fertilizer. I'm gonna cut this leaf off because I don't like how that is. Alright, now we got our little Monstera obliqua Bolivia cutting. Gonna go ahead and take a cutting of as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in one of these smaller little cups. It's in the kitchen. So then we have our new plant. And this might look scary to you, but we actually have a node right here that is going to grow in right down there. You see right here. That teeny little guy right there is gonna give us a new plant. So this might look spent, but it is not. Just made 3 Spa Bolivias, obliqua Bolivias, from the one, which is awesome. All right. I think I want to do my white princess. This is my Philodendron white princess. I think she's really beautiful. She's losing this leaf due to natural causes. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of that. So we're gonna go ahead and take a propagation of my white princess. I'm gonna be putting it in a small cup. Go ahead and get our cup prepared. So all of my green plants, I'm going to fertilize with liquid earth because we want all that nitrogen goodness to produce more green in our plants. We want more phosphorus in our variegated plants because I am personally experimenting with how phosphorus positively benefits plants such as the Ilsamanii with growth patterns. So we're gonna be very careful cutting this, not to cut the leaf. It's very difficult. You can see how small the internodal spacing is right here. And so we right now are trying to sever right in here without cutting either of these leaves off by accident. So how I like to do this is I make a teeny little indent and then I very, very carefully will continue to cut. Really, really don't want to accidentally cut either of these leaves off. So I cut until I feel like it's safe. And then once I felt like I've gotten to a good point, you can just separate it like that. So we have safely saved both of these leaves while propagating, I would say, a really, really good size white princess. We're gonna go ahead and like just kind of set this up here for now. I'm not gonna pot this guy in. You can see he's a bit more juicy. I know it's kind of a weird way to explain it, but he's a bit more juicy than the obliqua was. So we're gonna let him dry before we pot him up. I also think we're gonna go ahead and give the rest of this guy a deeper pot. I would say he's becoming quite a bit root bound, so we're gonna go ahead and give him some more space. I like to grow my plants in moss now. I found that I think I really prefer growing plants in moss to any other medium. So I know that not a lot of people like to do that, and when it comes to moss, you also have to replenish nutrients more often than you would if you were not growing in moss, because moss does not naturally have any nutrients in it, unlike some soils. So you gotta give it a little bit more love. Cool, so here's our newly potted guy. He's got a bunch more room to grow. And I think that's as much as I feel comfortable. I could here. Let's take a second propagation. I really think I can get it in one more spot here. So I'm going to try to propagate in this spot right here, in between these two leaves. And we're just going to carefully separate that. Perfect. I'd say that is pretty good. We did tear the back portion of this leaf, but the front and the bottom is still completely connected, so that'll be good. Cool, so now we have 3 of this. He's got a little sunburn on him, but yeah. Well, this is really exciting, honestly, for this plant for me, because me and this plant have had some serious battles. Really wanted to die on me a while ago, got root rot pretty bad. I'm just glad it lived, and now I got to take some nice propagations from it. Let's repot up this guy. Yeah, we're gonna give this one a bit of a bigger pot. Some of this moss around with the soil and create kind of like a little dirty moss mix, which is another really great way to give your mossy plants extra added like support and also nutrients. This is going to be one that we fertilize with liquid dirt. I guess I've talked about liquid dirt a lot. Let me explain it. So liquid dirt is a really awesome plant supplement and fertilizer. It really has almost everything that your plant needs. Unfortunately for me, liquid dirt doesn't have a specific NPK because there is so much going on in liquid dirt. And so for me right now, with my experimentation with phosphorus and plant irrigation, I really need to know exactly how much is in there. I am using liquid dirt on my green plants because that is the nitrogen is what makes your plants produce the green, beautiful color that we like in our green plants. So this is my Philodendron Majestic, and this is one that we are also going to give liquid dirt. If you would like to try out liquid dirt, it is linked in every single one of my video descriptions. And if you use my discount code, which is plantme_25, you get 25% off your entire order of anything on liquid dirt's website. An absolutely massive discount if you are curious and want to go ahead and try that out. Liquid dirt also substantially supports my channel. I get a kickback from every single time you use that code, so it's a great way for you guys to support my channel while getting something in return. All right, we potted up the Majestic. Let's do something spicy. I have this Philodendron Majestic I'm just gonna kind of care for real fast. It has this weird damage. I don't exactly know what it is. It's just like super weird. Kind of looks like some weird bacteria, so we're gonna burn that. And I got this a while ago. I like to let my plants honestly like acclimate before I super duper unpot them. So I kind of like let them get used to whatever the situation happened to them during shipping. This is a Philodendron Majestic I got sent by Philodendron. I will link them in my description. Go ahead and tell them I sent ya if you went and bought something, because love for them to continue working with me. They actually sent this to me and I was gonna show it in an unboxing, and then I accidentally deleted the footage in all of the moving panic, which was so wonderful. He just messaged me on Instagram one day and was like, yo, you like this plant? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, cool, I'm gonna send you one. And then he did. So it actually looks like this leaf's being a little funky too, so I'm gonna cut that off. It does though look like we've activated a second growth point somehow, so that's fairly exciting. Anthurium moodianum stays red for a very long time. It's kind of its calling card. This was cool. This has been on my list for a long time of Anthurium that I would like. Let's continue to throw things away when we're done with them. Me talking to me like I'm a toddler. I'd like to do something about my pink princess. He has been having as you can see by those leaves. This is only one of my pink princess, but I think it has root rot, so I'm gonna go ahead and just remove some of these. That one can stay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this up. And it doesn't look like it's having like bad root rot. It just like really doesn't look great, you know? Kind of investigate here. Also smells like there's some decaying plant matter in here, which is never good. Got some root rot down low in the center, which is like everything that's just kind of fallen off. A little plant coming in. That guy, this thing right here. And then up here we got two, which is so exciting. I actually just bought another pink princess literally today. It was $25. So I went ahead and grabbed that. I saw it on a Facebook purge. Someone was like, what can I get for $25 or less? And someone was like, this pink princess. And I was like, sold if OP passes. And OP passed, so what a good day for Ashley, is all I'm saying. Well, that's cool. So we got to get 2 different plants out of that. Well, 3 technically. Something you guys ask me a lot is like, Ashley, how do I know when I should repot something? And I only ever repot things when I feel like they have stopped growing. I feel like there's no reason before, like if your plant is growing, there's no reason to repot it. Some plants like to feel cramped in their pots, and therefore they will grow faster when they feel like they filled out their pot. They're no longer working on growing their roots, and they're primarily focusing on actual growth. But that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? It's kind of exciting, huh? I love propagating, you guys. Propagating brings me so much joy. It's like, oh, we're just making all these, like we've made so many fun plants tonight. We got 3 white princesses, 3 Monstera obligabolodias, 2 pink princesses. It's just fun. What was I talking about? I was just talking about something just now. Oh yeah, so I only repot my plants when I feel like they've stopped growing. I'll give them about a month. If they haven't given me a leaf in a month, it's time to, not propagate, repot is what I meant to say. What's your guys' favorite way to propagate? Here's our other one, little baby. Honestly, it's so hard for you guys to see it. There it is. Aw, cute, Brianna. Your plant has gone so far. I kind of want to propagate the Florida Beauty. I know I said I wouldn't. Okay, I think we're gonna propagate the Floby. Here's why. It right now has some seriously beautiful root crown going on. And I would like to know if variegation gets worse or better when you cut it. People have told me that like they don't come back the same. And so like that does give me anxiety because I love what it's doing right now. Like these 2 leaves were so good. And this one's just focusing on getting big, and it has like the big line down the middle. You know, maybe I should air layer it and then we'll go from there. Yeah, we're gonna air layer this and then we'll go from there. Yeah, so see how it's kind of like filling out its pot here? And then around the bottom, but it's still growing very fast. Like this guy is already coming in with a new leaf here. It's already loading. There's no reason for me to repot this because it hasn't stopped growing yet. You know what I mean? Okay, let's give him some more moss. The moss that sits up high like this, you really have to make sure that you are continuously keeping it wet or it'll just totally dry out. Got a little air layer mountain going on. And that should make him absolutely pop off. The reason I air layer, in case you're new, is that with air layering, your plant will grow roots. So that way when you propagate it, it already has some roots, which really, really softens the blow when it comes to stress of cutting a plant and like, is it gonna do good? Is it gonna not? Also, in case you're wondering, like, oh no, is your Florida Beauty reverting? No, Florida Beauty variegation is incredibly weird. It's kind of comes and goes really fast. So we started off with this leaf. This was the first ever leaf. And then this was our second leaf, which is pretty just green. This was the 3rd leaf, that one. And then we got Mr. 4. And then we got Mr. 5. So I'm not just cutting it because I'm like, oh no, it's reverting. I'm actually really pleased that this plant is getting so big for the lack of air layering, the lack of stake that it had before. So I'm just cutting it because I'm impatient and I want more plants, right? Isn't it so fun when you cut a variegated plant and you're like, what's it gonna do? Is it gonna get worse? Is it gonna get prettier? Like, I don't know. So this is our newest leaf. It doesn't, it kind of looks even muddy from the front, but almost all of this plant's variegation for this leaf is on the back for some reason. For some reason, it's definitely there on the front, but it's really like, okay, look at the back. Wow. Unlike these other leaves, which are kind of all front leaf, guys. It's also getting kind of sun stressed. It's looking a little pink, which is kind of fun. I think it's just because I accidentally have been leaving my thing on. So I'm not gonna propagate this. What I am gonna do though is give it a pot upgrade. This plant has stopped growing for me. It's been about a month since I put this out, so it just makes me worry that, you know, something's going on in here that just isn't right. So we're just gonna take a little peek. And then we're gonna give it some more room to grow. Take a look. Yeah, there's like some pretty big roots in here that don't really have anywhere to go. So we're just gonna give him some more space in one of these bigger cups. And then we're gonna air layer it to make sure he's happy. Hopefully this pot size will be better for him, because I don't know why else he would have just stopped growing. Hopefully that's good, and we're not gonna water him for a while. We're gonna fertilize him, and then we're just gonna let that be. Just get some air holes. Don't normally put holes in my guys, but really don't want this one in particular to rot. Awesome, okay. That's enough, just a little tiny thing. We got some air holes on the side. Again, I don't normally do this for my plants, but this is one that really do want to make sure it does not get root rot. I've got kind of a weird, so this is how I've been air layering this one for a minute now. So we're gonna take the cup off and we're gonna take a look, see if maybe I can separate it now. Not totally certain, because I'd like to keep utilizing this node down here if I can, separately than the top one. Put out some pretty good variegation, I think. And it looks like this top leaf is gonna be pretty variegated, so I'm excited. Kind of all over. Yeah, he's doing good. All these roots are going straight into the soil, which is awesome. There's our plant. Great, okay, so we actually have a second node where we can propagate from, right here. So, see this red guy? Oh, maybe you can't, but there's a little red guy right here. And we can actually get a whole new Ilsamanii from that point. And we got one right here. Great. So we actually have two spots where we can go. Can't tell. I think let's go ahead and do this. We got some pretty good roots happening. Great, okay, so we got a little top cutting here. And then some roots. So we're gonna go ahead and let that dry for just a minute. And another spot down here. So this is awesome, this is great. So we're gonna go ahead, put it right here. And then carefully pull out the roots. Great, so there's that one and that one. All right, so here's our other plant. Why does it keep doing that? Got this guy and he has two spots. He's got this one, which does look like it is sealing over. So I don't know that we'll be able to activate that one, but we also have this little guy right there. So this is two nodes on it. I think we'll keep this one attached. Our last growth point right here. That red guy. Cool, so we got this guy all set up in his new space. Actually, we're gonna let him sit for a bit. So I'm gonna make his cup, but then we're We're gonna let them sit for just a moment. This is awesome. I love propagating Houseplants. They just make me so happy. It's like, oh my gosh, look at all these more beautiful new little plants. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna put some more moss around this guy really fast. I'm gonna leave some space until he dries off from where I cut him. So he's like rooted in there so his roots won't get hopefully too much trauma, but he is definitely like not touching the moss anywhere. So great. 3, maybe 4 Houseplants, depending on if both of those nodes take or not. Then we have got this big beautiful guy who we're just gonna give some more moss to. This one right here, you can see he's got this big like ridge right here that definitely needs a big ol', wow, that was like the worst piece of moss ever. It was like just sticks. Cool. So now he's got a big nice pillow to grow up as he gets bigger. I think our little guys, no, I'm gonna let these guys dry off. I don't think that you'll see me pot them up in this video, but do not worry, I will not forget about them. They just need to dry. Yeah, it's just about midnight 30, so we've been going for about an hour. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, for propagating some plants with me. We did 3 white princess, 3 or 4 Houseplants, depending on if you count the nodes or not. 3 Oblique Bolivia. Then we got more moss on my Peru, my Biliaceae, and my Phlobe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be fertilizing these guys in about a week once they've kind of like stabilized. I'm going to be fertilizing them, like I said, respectively with either liquid art if they're an all green plant, or if they're a variegated plant, or the Houseplants. I'm going to be using my Bonide Root and Grow. If you would like to try out liquid art, you can use code plantme_25 to get 25% off your entire purchase, which is super cool, and it also gives me a nice little bump and helps support the channel as well. Go check out liquid art. It's linked in every single one of my video descriptions. That's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tweet me at PlantMeAshley. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch at PlantMeAshley. And yes, I know we are going to be doing some more Twitch streams. I didn't really do some for a while because I was honestly feeling burnt out. Wonder why. We are gonna pick up Twitch here soon. I'm just kind of like getting my life together right now. Just bought this whiteboard so I wouldn't keep forgetting things so much. So yes, we will keep doing some Twitch streams, but I just need like a minute to like recoup. You know what I mean? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to join the YouTube channel memberships. They're only $5 a month, and you'll join a community of over 200 houseplant parents from all over the world. It's super fun, and we put a lot of effort, me and the staff, into the Discord. So come hang out with us there. It's super great. Highly recommend it if you are having a hard time making friends in the plant community, especially if you're in America or Canada. We've got a lot of Canadian. Come join, but that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get to the end of the video fun stuff. Before we go, I did just want to show you the greenhouse for a second so you can kind of see what's going on. We haven't had a greenhouse update in a minute. We will have one soon. Like an actual update that isn't just me giving you a little flyby. But I just wanted to kind of show you how like lush and beautiful it looks in here right now. I just watered everything as well, so yeah, cute little little greenhouse vibes. Just wanted to remind you guys that Zimph did sponsor this video, so if you want to check out any of my glasses for a discount, make sure you check out the top of my bio. Hello and welcome to the end of the video fun stuff. I would like to thank Liliana Ramos, Kim Klinowski, Ashley's Planties, Cole M, Houseplant Heather, All the Green Places, and Botanicas for the extra and continued channel support. Today's extra special comment comes from Alexia Gross, who is one of my top commenters on my channel. They said, "The sound of the rain on your car roof reminds me of home." Great video. Thank you guys so much for your comments, likes, follows, and if you just subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you if you just joined the YouTube channel memberships, and I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section. Goodbye.